Put your hands together for team captain Travis Proctor and Dan Copeman. So good to see you guys there, playing so beautifully. So good to see you here, because this is what it's about. Golf is a beautiful game, but at some point you've got to start delivering. You've got to start beating out the rest of your field. It's not just about competitions. This is your career arc here. So congratulations, guys. Travis, you're still playing it cool. Okay, you're the champion, buddy. Well done.
No, thank you. No, it was a good week.
This is a beautiful effort, because there is so much individual pressure, but the team has to deliver as well, and you've got to kind of shore up and help each other in as many ways as you can. How good does this feel? Since 2009, we've been waiting for this. This feels like a very big moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a phenomenal week. I mean, first time in 15 years. Western Province has usually been pretty strong when it comes to their IPTs, but the Challenge IPT has been one that they've really struggled on winning. So to win it, and especially on home turf.
Yeah.
You know, we had all the family, the friends, the wives, the girlfriends, everyone was out to support us. So it made it a lot but it
looks like AI recreated the competition. It looks so beautiful on the day.
We had to be blessed with some really good weather. But no, it just feels phenomenal. I mean, there's always a lot more pressure when a tournament's at home.
For sure.
People might say otherwise, but the expectation's really high to do well and perform. So I'm glad we managed to do that.
Let's talk about that expectation, because you're two all due respect, two very young men. And there is so much pressure already to start informing the arc of your career with these wins. You have to deliver as an individual, put your name out there. How much do tournament wins like this actually mean? When you think of ticking this box, Dan, how important is this?
Wow, it means so much to us. I mean, especially to the union as well. To represent for this badge is amazing. I love it so much. But it was a team event, so we can't take too much individual credit. Our effort together was amazing. Our chemistry was awesome. We had such a good time out there, so it meant a lot to us. Really.
It can turn on a dime, we understand this, and it can be very unforgiving, and momentum can shift. Were there some defining moments for you personally in this tournament that you'll look back and have a little chuckle or a little wry smile about?
I mean, I think the first day we played against Central Gauteng, and in the morning stages, it didn't really go well for any one of the boys. I mean, we were quite far down. We had a lunch break before we went off in the afternoon again, and you know, we spoke to our manager John Laurie, who couldn't be here today, unfortunately.
Well done, John.
But he was really supportive. I mean, we were 3-1 down, which isn't great. But he just said, you know, if we just push through and, you know, never give up, anything can happen in this game. I mean, as you said, it changes so quickly. So we managed to end up beating Central Gauteng that day. And then that momentum kind of just carried on throughout the whole week, which was pretty special.
It's almost like there are those teams out there where the rivalry is so healthy. All you need, as long as we've just got one over them, we're actually feeling okay, and we can now coast through it. I love that. For every golfer out there, okay, that is struggling and feeling the pain right now, when you do hit those hard patches, it's very different when you're competing as a team in a sporting side, and it's almost like a complete shift in mindset when you've got to bring yourself out of that space. How do you do that? How did this team find that extra gear, or where does that come from?
Sure. I'll tell you, in the morning, I didn't putt very well. But then I had a little session with my friends, with my teammates, and I came out for the rest of the week. I just came out on a new gear. So if I had to say it was my teammates that helped me out the most.
Yeah, for sure.
They saw the weak part of my game for that day, and they helped me grind it out, just iron it out a little bit. And it was only a couple of minutes, like half an hour, and then all of a sudden it was a game changer. So it was amazing. So I looked to my team as well for a lot of...
You know, there's going to be some critical mates out there now. I think they have free reign, and they're going to be correcting each other the whole day. Just go easy. What's next? When you have these kind of moments, I'm sure it does kind of validate, where you think, okay, this is it. We actually are making headway in exactly the right direction. What's the next step from this space?
Main IPT.
Yeah, so Challenge kind of works as a feeder to your main IPT, which is always at the end of the year, around September, October. So Challenge is quite a young squad. They have quite a lot of young players. I mean, we had 4 youngsters in the team this year. So it's a feeding block to your main IPT, which is obviously one of the ultimate goals as an amateur golfer, is to play main IPT, because that's really representing, you know, your province with the highest of honour. And then from there, obviously, you know, your national rankings, but that's where it becomes more individual. So for the team aspect of things, it's probably your main IPT.
So I suppose you've got to savour these moments, because there's going to come a point where you guys are going to be competing for the same money. Let's be honest. It's going to get there. I love it. We say, you don't get into sport for the accolades or for the money, but golf, you get into it to achieve those accolades, get those results, and win that money, because that's a marker of how you're doing. Buddy, now that you had a moment like this around with your team in this space, how has it shifted your perception of what the next few years are looking like for you?
Wow.
And I know you've been on an arc for a while now. This isn't just a flash in the pan kind of moment. But you've got to have these moments where you're like, okay, this is actually working. I'm doing this now, man.
It feels like it's happening. I got to tell you, I really enjoy the team aspect of golf. I feel like it's sort of undervalued, or it's not brought out to the light enough. Liv are trying to do their best they can with it, but I really enjoy playing the team golf, having that camaraderie, the friends with you, because this is a really lonely sport. If you play a lot, you're traveling a lot on your own, out of your own bag. So to be with the team, it was so special. It was like, now I'm thinking, where are the next team events?
Well, maybe you just planted a seed there. The second you said Liv Button and put your hat over there, I would imagine a few people looked up. You're never alone when you're playing golf. You have your demons with you all the time. They will keep you company, I have no doubt. But you guys did some major slaying through this event, so soak up the time with each other. I'm starting to understand that is a big part of why this phase of the career is so special. Well done. You represented those Blazers and that emblem beautifully. Congratulations to the rest of the team that couldn't be here. Maybe they're out there on the golf course right now. No, it was a bit misty this morning. But we absolutely love to see young superstars at this point of becoming, and especially so humble. Well done.
Thank you, Graham.
Thanks
so
much.
Mzansi.